Okay, so here we are. I'm going to say, well, okay, I guess it's not all that serious of a topic anyway, but we'll be discussing philosophy today. And today I have a slightly less good tea than I had the last time, but hey, tea is good. Yeah, so, a while back I read a post on Game FAQs where someone complained about JRPGs being just against God. Well, I don't see how he or she, or whatever else, could make that interpretation. Well, here I am going to explain why why I'm right. I mean, take it for what it is. I mean, I will explain my stance, describe my positions, just say, here's what I think about that, and then you can just roll your own, and it's not my business what you spend your free time doing. Now, before I begin, though, I should probably point out that I am an atheist and fully secularized, so I honestly don't understand what's the big fuss. But I'm going to, try to sort of, work my inner gray muck, and hopefully I will make sense at the end of the day. If you feel I missed something or misinterpreted something, or if you have concerns that I did not address and you think I should address them, comments, good stuff. I have had all of 3 comments since I started my YouTube career, by the way. Just, please. If I get any comments, I am still sure to read them. Yeah, it's not like I get too many comments to find the time to go through them, is what I try to say. But yeah, JRPGs against God. If you played like JRPGs before, it doesn't really come as a surprise that many final bosses tend to be either presented as some kind of creator or god-like being. Specifically, I think I would want to start with Lightning Returns, actually, on the PS3 and Xbox 360, not any other Xbox variant. And why begin there? That is because Bhunivelze there is referred to as God or the creator, much like the Christian God is referred to in in places where there are Christians, which is not in this particular room, by the way. But another really interesting aspect of Lightning Returns that I did not really reflect on very much when I played the game. Wonder why? Yeah, there's just a lot going on with that game. But what I talk about here is philosophy. Strangely enough, that game is very richly steeped in philosophy and I don't know if moral concerns is the is an accurate description actually, but okay. I mean, the premise of that game is okay. This is the end of days. Everything is just vanishing in like 2 weeks or something. And what do people do? So then you go around and sort of take care of people's problems if they can't deal with them on their own, which is itself really on the paper a really good idea for role-playing games. There are other games who do this too, of course, specifically Echo Night Beyond, of which I have a playthrough, let's play on my channel. Go click on it and view it, please. Anyway, we talk about philosophy and symbolism. What does a god represent? That is, well, that varies, of course, whether it's a monotheistic or polytheistic animist culture you are dealing with at the time. But I feel it also, well, that gods also represent in JRPGs a sort of a manifestation of destiny, like like fate, as it were. I also just watched a Let's Play of Star Ocean 3, in which the main character's name is Fate, so just blah. Yeah, I'm still not quite well. So, when you then rise up and challenge fate or predestination, well, I don't really see it as the gamer being asked to like strike down a god. I mean, which you, well, technically may be doing, but that's not what the god would represent. Spin. So, I mean, I find that a theme common in many JRPGs is that, okay, you, main character, player or something, you are given this power here. Now, here's what you need to do to handle it responsibly, and then you end up using that to make a pivotal change to the developments in the world the game takes place in. I'm struggling to think of an example. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have any examples there? Okay, screw it. Final Fantasy VII. There's an example there for you. Sephiroth is a nasty cookie. And, you know, Genova makes him a bit of a super person, and yeah, he's crazy strong. So he passes for a god-like entity. Although, if you want to be, you know, technical about it, I suppose you should really call him a demigod more than an actual god. But we are, well, the players are given the task to basically, well, kill him and prevent him from, well, preventing a really big disaster to yeah, be inflicted on the on the game world, Gaia. So you're not so much striking down a god or demigod as you are using your power to well, effectively change the world for the better. I mean, if maybe that's not always the case, depending on the game you play. I mean, Shin Megami Tensei, I think, follow a slightly different take on just about anything. But again, you're not really destroying a god there for the purpose of destroying a god. Let's see. I'm thinking there may be something in the Tales of game, but I know those two poorly. Actually, I have played Xillia 1 and 2, and Systeria, and I found absolutely nothing in those games that suggests they have a message like about anti-god sentiments, whatever it is I'm talking about. In Xillia 1, I don't think you are fighting an actual god at any point. Well, yeah. Okay, yeah. You do fight Maxwell at one point in Xillia 1, and he is the Lord of the Spirits. Effectively, the top of the god or spirit hierarchy of that game world. But he's not labeled a god per se. In Xillia 2, though, you face off against Chronos at a few points, and he is portrayed more like a genuine god. But, and here's the thing, he's despairing. So he just wants to, do the Seymour thing and destroy everything, and that magically makes it all better. So then you, the player, rise up and tell him to shove it. With a broadsword and gunblade and all sorts of blades. Shenanigans, anime bullshit stuff. Yeah, you could call that aggressive psychotherapy, if you will. Yeah, aggressive psychotherapy. Let's see, is there any other example? I'm trying to see what I have for other JRPG lying around, but I have like all manners of speakers and Blu-ray movie collection in a way. Oh yes, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn portrays a very compelling take on this against God. Okay, so what follows now will of course be spoilers if you haven't played Radiant Dawn, and well, if you're concerned about that, just tune out. I'm probably not going to make any different points than I made already, so if you if you want to play the game at some point and don't want me to spoil it for you, thank you for watching. But here we go. So the end game of Radiant Dawn pits you against Asura, I think. Yeah, well, okay. Anyway, the entity believed to be the sort of the goddess. I mean, there's a stat booster item in Fire Emblem that boosts your luck, I think. In other Fire Emblem games, it's called the goddess icon, but in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, and possibly Path of Radiance as well, though I don't really know for sure myself, this item is called Asura statue, I think. Basically Asura icon. But anyway, you end up fighting Asura in the final battle. Who is considered to be, well, holds the status of like the one god. But there's a bit of a snag, which would be Yune, the well, other one god that possesses Micaiah at various intervals, and I suppose I don't need to say that, but yeah, that was just another thing I was thinking about saying, but yeah, unnecessary. Basically, what you end up with there is Asura is like the embodiment of order, and Yune is the embodiment of chaos. And you have one, you have two, you have yin and yang. Okay. You know, that's actually one of the things I do like about JRPG storytelling. That sometimes you just get these sort of dualities. That you can't have one without the other. And I mean, take Final Fantasy X. I mean, anytime you score a victory, there's typically a terrible disaster immediately after that. I mean, that's that's one way these, yeah. Okay, that's another example of the dualities I'm talking about. So then you end up with, in Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn, which I have over there, it's I have the disc right there on my shelf, so that's why I'm looking right there, right now. Okay. The god there, you have the order and you have chaos. So you suddenly aren't fighting God. You are in a fight between order and chaos, which is not the same thing as you know, trying to destroy a god. I mean, whether the game, of course, makes tells a good story related to this struggle is another discussion altogether. And some people have made good points that would not favor my opinion of the game, shall we say. I got into Fire Emblem because I miss Shining Force, and then I just picked up a 3DS and found Shining Force, so Shining Force 2 sort of higher on the eShop. Bitchin'. Okay. Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn, Order and Chaos. There are many other games that tell that same story, the struggle between order and chaos. I am trying very hard to find an example, but it's possible that Final Fantasy XII fits that umbrella. Arguably, so does Xenosaga episodes 1 through 3 on the PlayStation 2. As for Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii, I don't think that is the case. But that is certainly part of the story. I mean, the struggle between order and chaos. is also symbolized between, I mean, with the machines and the biological homes of blah, whatever. Let's see. Do I have anything back there? No JRPGs over in that direction. Okay, yeah, that's all PC games. You know, I don't think I have any more examples to support my arguments. So I hope I've made it clear that JRPGs, although they often have you destroy gods left, right, and center, that's not really the main thing there. The gods typically represent something else, like a corrupting influence, someone despairing and needing a good, I don't know, battle axe to the face, because that's how you cure that stuff, I guess. Or the balance between order and chaos may be out of whack, and you, the player, need to restore said balance. I'm feeling very much like a druid of the D&D persuasion. But yeah, that is that. Did I miss anything? And you know, everything I said at the beginning about commenting, why you would want to do that, etc. You know, the comment section is free. Go right ahead. And yeah, I am actually going to study some more biochemistry. Do something useful, you know. And see you next time, which is going to be not in at least a week, you can expect. We'll just see what happens. But I am almost well enough to start doing the LP thingamajig. So look forward to Longest Journey part 1 and 2 sometime soon, or not, if you don't like that type of game. Over and out.